In this Grasshopper tutorial, I want to show you how you can use an curve attractor and combine it with Voronoi cells. As you can see, we can produce those Voronoi cells inside a curve and then use the dispatch technique, which I have explained before, to produce two sets of Voronoi cells inside and outside the cells. So first of all, you can download this example from our website. And for those who want to learn more about Grasshopper, remember we have a course which I will put up here, and you can watch the card section. So let's get started from scratch. And what we want to do is to first of all go back to Voronoi cells. If I go to and double click on the canvas and type Voronoi, you can see that we have those Voronoi 2D and Voronoi 3D. I'm going to use the Voronoi 2D in this tutorial, and let's just put the bifocals plugin so you can see this. And we need a series of points inside a rectangle boundary. So I'm going to draw a rectangle inside the palms menu as a curve. I'm going to set this to a curve and give this as the boundary of the Voronoi cells. Okay. If you watched one of our Grasshopper tutorials about Voronoi, which I will put up here, which is the basics, and you can learn about every single steps of the Voronoi, what we used was to use the populate geometry. So if I use the pop and go for populate geometry, I can simply give this to any geometry. If you give it to a curve, it's going to put random points on a curve, and you can see that if this will just produce these kind of cells. But what we want to do is to connect a surface in the params menu, connect the surface to that curve. It's going to produce a surface from that curve and then give it to populate geometry. So it's going to produce those cells. Okay, assume that we want to draw a curve and produce those cells here. We can give it a count, maybe 200 is fine, and then we want to control that. Okay, I want to draw my curve with using a series of points. So I'm going to set multiple points here and draw a series of points. And then I want to make a curve from that. So you can go to the curve section and use these points as an interpolation, or you can use it as a NURBS curve. So remember, if you connect that to a NURBS curve, it's going to assume that these are the control points, and if you give it to interpolation, it's going to connect them together. So it's based on your project. You can choose one of these things, and I'm going to offset this in two directions to give it a little bit of thickness. So I'm going to use the offset curve tool, which is basically located in the curve and in the utility, and give it to the curve. And now we can define a distance, maybe 8.6 to 15. Okay, this is the distance we want to offset this. And remember, if I want to put this as the center of the curve, I want to also offset that -9. So I'm going to go to the params menu and use this number and right click expression -x and use the shift key to add it to the distance. So remember, this is going to give you the both side offset, and now we can simply loft these two surfaces, two curves to produce a surface. So I'm going to go to the surface and use a loft and give these two curves to the loft. Okay, you can see that these two curves are in two groups. So what I want to do is to flatten that, and we have a tutorial about flatten. Remember, you can watch it up here. I will put it in the card section. So right click and flatten, and this will be our surface. Okay, for now, what we want to do is to put a series of points inside this curve, this surface, to produce an attractor effect. So this is really simple. What you want to do is to produce a populate geometry on this surface. You can give it a number, and with the shift key, I'm going to add this to the point. Remember, if you want to have better results, always flatten this so all of those points act together. Let's just turn this off, and you can see that I can increase those Voronoi cells inside that curve, and we can simply move these control points, which will produce new results on the cells. Okay. The last part is to just make a fillet on the corners, so it's got to be smooth. I'm going to just use the fillet distance or anything you want. You can also use that one. So let me just give this a distance, maybe 20. We can increase or decrease that to produce. You can see even I just increase that or decrease that, it's going to change based on the number you give here, okay? So if I just increase that, it's going to make a fillet curve, and you can see that we have those smooth curves of Voronoi cells inside this boundary. The last part of this tutorial is to have those curves inside that curve, Voronoi cells inside the curve. That's really easy. I'm going to use dispatch. So if we connect a curve to this surface, it's going to find the border of it. And now what I want to do is to go here. Let me just put a point to this. And remember, I just connected the first one and the second one and flatten, and then I gave it to this. I use this point because I want to test if these points are inside the curve or not. So this is really easy. What we want to do is to check this out by giving the dispatch test. I'm going to go to the curve section, you analyzes, and this is a great tool. Here we have point in curve, okay? We can just test that if these points are inside this curve, it's going to give you a relationship, which means 0 is outside, 1 is coincident, and 2 is inside. This is really good because 0 is going to, let me just explain this. 0 means false, 1 is going to be true, and the 2 inside is going to be true, okay? Let me just show you with a color. So the outside is going to go in one group, and the coincident and inside are going to go in another group. Remember, 1 is true, and whatever outside 1 is going to be true also. So I'm going to use a dispatch. We have talked about dispatch. If you don't know about it, I will also put it up here in the card section. So we want to dispatch these cells with this logic. Okay, let's just turn everything off and give the curve to the list A, turn everything off, and here you can see that we have is in the list A, and the list B is obvious, it's inside that. You can also connect a surface to that and produce something like this. And this was the tutorial of how you can use a point attractor or curve attractor to produce something like this. And let's just move the results so you can see how easy it is to change the parameters and produce the results. I can also move that down, so I will have something like this and have them into two groups. You can bake that into layers and produce the results. Okay, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video, and see you next time.